No, thank you.
리코딩してます。そっちでしょ。
パツさん、パティさん。
それ一応ボリューム高く。
Yeah. Is it first time for you to just join this Dharma talks? Is this the first time?
No, I
No.
have been before all this
I
series,
see. Uh-huh.
but normally I don't have my
But
picture.
this is the first time to come out kind of video.
Yeah, it's the first time I turn on my camera.
All of sudden, she come. So I thought this is the first time for you to just join.
In 2018, I was in your sendo.
Oh, I see. Okay, anyhow. So the people know much about, especially Chinese direction. Chinese direction knows much about the Zen master. Ah, Neil-san, how are you? How do you do? Very famous Chinese, the Master Joshi. Joshi, have you ever heard Joshi? He's very great. And Master Dogen just admired him a lot. So that's why he is a very great the Zen master. Then once someone just asked him whether dog has a Buddha nature or not. See, this is a very famous koan. Then he answered, no. See? Then the other occasion, some monks just asked him whether dog has a Buddha nature or not. He said, yes. Yeah. You see, what's this problem is? What's question is? See? Once someone just asked Joshi whether the dog has a Buddha nature or not. He answered, no. The other occasion, someone just asked the same question, whether the dog has a Buddha nature or not. He said, yes. Why he just answered different? Why he just answered differently with same question? See, this is a total. This is a whole problem. Although the question is exactly the same, but the answer is totally different. This is a Gary-san. Gary-san, how are you? How do you do? This is a very important the question in order to just realize who we are. And again, I just repeat his the answer. Someone just asked him whether dog has a Buddha nature or not. He answered, no. Dear Tom-san, how are you? The other occasion, he said, he was the question whether the dog has a Buddha nature or not. He said, yes. This is a very important the aspect to just realize who we are. what this koan just teach us, what this koan teaches us is, you see, as long as people just can't much attach thinking or so. See, this is totally totally hard to understand why he just answered different, completely different. But the answer is exactly same. See, this is very important thing. When I say, no, you simply act as I said. See? When I say yes, you simply just act as I said. This is our essential self. This is Buddha nature. You see? So what people just think about, or what people just attach to other things is the concept, thinking or words or letters. That's the reason people are confused. See, our Buddha nature, our essential self, nothing concerned with thinking or so. See, we simply become whatever the other people say. See? When I say mu, you just simply become mu without doing anything. See? When I say yes, you simply just become as I said, without doing anything. This is Buddha nature. See? The Master Joshi just teach these things, but people who care much about thinking of thought of words or letters, people completely confused what he just answered different. He just answered the exactly same way. No different when I say yes, when I say no. That's exactly the same for our true nature, our true self. Nothing different. Tom-san, it's understandable. Oh, where is Jason? Where is Jason? Okay. So we go back to the text, today's text, what the Jinen Roshi just the teachers is the number 2. This is a very important thing as far as the sitting, as far as the sitting. The life of being now, the life of being now. Oh, the life of being now is what it is. What it is. The life of being now is as it is. Then you'll be able to just accept what I just did. Then you're not gonna have any trouble, question, problem at all. This much right now, right here, it doesn't have any right now and right here, nothing concerned with the trouble, question, problem, or so-called suffering. Is it understandable? No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. So, what Jinen Roshi just teaches us is living in the now, but different. No doubt that people are just living in now. See, no doubt at all. Don't say it's beautiful without saying it. Don't say it's trivial trivial without hearing it. You see, this kind of misunderstanding. We are always just doing. We are already doing. See, without saying. See, without saying, we say flower is beautiful. Flower is red, flowers are pink, flowers are green. Without saying them, is this possible? is it possible to say so? See, without saying, nothing here. See, what the other people just saying. There is nothing here, but the people say, flower is beautiful, flower is red, flower is green. Absolutely, absolutely. See, when you see this, they say, well, this is a window. Will be acceptable. See, but without saying that, that is a window. This is a completely delusion. This is a completely delusion. That is the creation of a thinking. That is another truth. What the people already doing this way. So the people have to be confused because people don't know much about the reality. See, it's a concept. But people just think about the concept or thinking of concept is true. The concept is true. Concept and thinking is another truth. That's the creation of a thinking. But people think that is the truth. That is true. That is reality. Absolutely misunderstanding. It's caused us trouble. It's caused us trouble. That's the reason, she just to teach us, don't say it's beautiful without saying anything. When you say this, this is this, will be acceptable. But without saying this is this, why you can say so? See, this is a very important thing. This kind of misunderstanding, we are just doing. Just doing. See? This is totally a misunderstanding. When I say this, this is the this. That's be all right. That's be all right. Although many times as I just mentioned, still some separation. Still some separation between this and that. This and this. But that is not true. But in a sense, they say this to see this one, and you may say this is this. This will be acceptable, but without saying that this one is this and that is that, complete nonsense. Okay, so that's the reason. See, as long as you just realize who you are, as long as you just want to realize who you are, just take a look at this. Take a look at this. Then you may say this and this. Take a look at this, and you may say this, but it is this and this. See, this is a way of living in now, in the now. See, as long as we just realize who we are, this kind of attitude has to be just required. Otherwise, you're going to be a total misunderstanding what you're faced with. When you face this, you'll be able to know much about what it is. But unfortunately, even that, still kind of a delusion just happened. Because you know much about, there is a certain separation between this and this separation. Because as I just always mentioned about, when you just, if you can just realize this, see, this one and this one have to be separated. Otherwise, you cannot recognize this one as it is. See, there is a certain separation between them. Then you'll be able to just recognize what it is. See? Otherwise, you cannot recognize. But that is still within a delusion. Thinking that is not true. What the reality, what the truth is, as it is, without any separation between this and this. That's just come out first. And that's come out first. And you recognize this. And then at the same time, you recognize this. That's a later. The certain separation, discretion just happens between this and this. And then you can recognize this. But that is another truth. That is still within delusion. But in a sense, you see, that's the reason the Jinen Roshi just they teach it. Don't say it's beautiful without saying it. Don't say it's a trivial without hearing it. This is a very important thing to realize who we are. Okay, so just take a look. Just take a look at very carefully. Never separate what it is. You see? This kind of attitude, this kind of attitude we are required to be. Okay. In order to realize who we are. Whatever situation we are in, whatever condition we experience, we are all living in the now. And definitely, no doubt at all. You see, as I just always mentioned, you see, only light, light here, minus is what you think about the past, the present, or the future. See, in your mind, that's the creation of the thing. That's kind of the things never exist. Those are the past, the present, or future, just exist in your mind, only in your mind. When you face when you face what's going on right now, right here, is always right now, right here. See, what you think about the past never happen, never come out. Always right now. What you think about the future never come out, always right now. That's much very clear. But people just be deceived by thinking, and the people deluded the past and the future, even the present, just exist. That is another truth. That is another truth. Only right now. Only right now exists. This is a very important thing. Okay. We are, where is it? We are all living in the now. Definitely, as I just said. Definitely right now. Always right now. always right. So all of us are living in the now. This is a place. This is a place from which the body and the mind of the self can never leave. So even you'll be able to just understand these things in thinking or concept. So your practice doesn't be just would change quite much. See, you never just try to just separate from right now, right here. As long as you just try to do that in thinking or concept, you always separate from right now, right here. See, as I just already mentioned about, the more you do zazen, the more you do zazen, the more you just become as it is, what you're facing. This is a zazen. Then eventually, there is no separation. There is no separation between death and death. You completely become one. See, that's the wonder. That is the true of us. That is the essential of ourselves. There is no separation as it is. If you just realize this, you simply do doesn't. Doesn't need, whatever thinking or thought come out in your mind. Simply release them as it is. Because the thinking or thought just come out in your mind without any reason. Without any reason. So you don't mind about the thinking and thought coming up in your mind without reason. Simply release now this is totally enough. This doesn't. See, Shakyamuni Buddha or patriarchs just recommend us to do. Eventually, very fortunate, you'll be able to just encounter through yourself. What the true essential of ourself is a totally different from what you're thinking about the self or ego. That's the reason we have to do that. Okay, this is a phrase from Dojo. This is called Genjo. Genjo manifestation. You see, when I face this, I simply become as it is. When I face this, see, I simply become as it is. When I clap my hand, it just simply become this sound. It is without doing anything. This is the truth. This is the reality of the universe. The only, I may say, this activity or action or the function just exists. Nothing at all, nothing more or less. Only, and this, everything just come out and totally disappear without any trouble, question, or problem at all. This is the reality of the universe. That's the Shakyamuni Buddha. The first who realized the Shakyamuni Buddha. Shakyamuni Buddha's realization exactly as it is. Okay, it is already there. It is already there before like and dislike, good and bad. What he said, what he just teaching us is before recognition. Nothing exists at all. nothing exists at all. Then you recognize the kind of condition, kind of situation. Then there is a certain separation just come out. Then you just divide. You just divide. You just divide these things and this by thinking. This is the delusion. This is the creation of a thinking. We are completely agitated. You see, one. This is where you miss the truth of or reality of before recognition. Then you just recognize that's the stage or the kind, the condition, and your thinking just divided. This way and this way. See, divided. That is not true. That is not true. The people, what the people thinking about, that's kind of a stage. That's kind of the after recognition. After recognition is a truth or reality. Completely misunderstand. See, never be deceived by thinking or so. See, that's the reason before recognition, what you think about, like or dislike or good or bad, never exists. We can simply act without awareness. Right now, we are just doing. We are just acting without awareness. So without awareness, we don't have any problem. What's the problem is, see, because we just recognize things, it causes us trouble. Because you know much about what it is, what's going on here. It causes us trouble. If you don't know much about what's going on, there is no problem at all. There is no problem at all. Because you know much about what's going on, that causes you trouble. See, that's much our existence. Our true, the essential self is so nothing concerned with the trouble, question, problem, because without awareness, because without awareness, we can do it. We can do everything. Right. It is already there. Before like and dislike, good and bad. See, we encounter it, we accept it, and we live with it at the same time, at the same place, and with the same person. See, because there is nothing exists. There is nothing exists. Only kind of active. Only kind of active or activity or function just exists. You know? So that no problem at all. You just recognize that kind of a state, kind of a condition. Then you put a kind of what you think about the self or ego. Then you said, I hear, I see, I eat, I smell, see, I taste. See? You put a I, you put a subject, see, on it. See? Without subject, without what we are just thinking about the self or ego, we simply act. You right now, right here. Oh, it's a totally difficult to understand what the Shakyamuni Buddha's realization is. even in concept. Okay, but this is the truth. If you just, if you really want to make sure you do something, then you'll be able to just totally accept what the Shakyamuni Buddha's realization is. This is such a great minus realization. Shakyamuni Buddha's. Okay. This is known as koan. This is known as koan, ultimate reality, where everyone of us is in a position from which we cannot escape. Yeah, very good. Yari-san, very good. Very good. You never will escape. You never escape from this reality. Wherever you go, whatever you do, whatever you are doing, see, you never escape. Or in another, you never separate from this circumstance. What the things surrounding you never escape. You never escape from this reality. Always, whatever you are doing, wherever you are, this are the kind of reality never separates from you. Why? Why it's never this? What does it separate from you? Or escape from you? This is true yourself. What you just faced is true yourself, not this one, not this one. That's what the people totally misunderstand, totally deluded. You see, this is not what we are thinking about the self or ego. This one is Dharma, Dharma itself. True our self is whatever we just faced. See, we simply become as it is. This reality is true ourselves. That's much we are misunderstanding who we are. That's the reason we have to do zazen. Okay. Where is it? Okay. This is okay. Which we cannot escape. We cannot escape. Very great. Congratulations. Never be able to escape from. That's the reason. That's the reason we are just completely satisfied with the present. Because never separate, never escape. This reality never escape from us. Always as it is. Yes. So once you have to just realize this. Once you just realize what it is, then if you can just attain this truth, you'll be completely satisfied with it. You feel completely ease with everything. Okay. We can't avoid it. This can't be someone else's concern, but exactly as I am, as we are. Exactly as we are. No doubt at all. But the Shakyamuni Buddha physics just teaches nobody understands what it is. What it is. Very unfortunate, but only that. See, only that. You'll be able to just realize this truth. So never worried about. Just simply do something. Simply do something. Then you'll be able to just realize what is, what those, what it is. This one. And this one just verify who we are. Those are just verify who we are. All the people just think about, that's it. No. that is just illusion. Okay. So what would you do it if were you? What would you do it if were you? This sort of completely certain things just in front of you, always just in front of you. This certainty, no doubt at all. So always, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, this certainty never escape from you. See? So what do you want to do with it? See? What you should do with it? You see? This is only way. This way you can just realize who you are. See? This one verify, but clarify who you are. So simply easy to become as it is once. Once is enough. Then you'll be able to just totally realize who you are. Hi. This is only this reason. So even when you can, even when you can't help but think and think and think, you can't escape from yourself. Exactly. We never be able to escape from ourselves. No, innocence very very good. We never be able to separate from ourselves. But the thing is, as long as we have a kind of division between true self and what we think about the self, so you never be able to satisfy the situation you have. So once you just become what you think about the essential self and what you think about the self, my ego, to become one. Then you'll be able to just realize who you in this way as well. See, when you just become this, once you just become this, you'll be able to just realize who you are. Only this way, only this way. See? Without thinking or thought, or by thinking or thought, you never be able to just become one. You never be able to just become one with this. All these others, you'll be able to just can do it. And you never be able to do it. Okay. So even you can't have but think and think, you can't escape from yourself. In such a situation, what these Dogen, Zenji, and the other patriarchs do, see, what they're doing is, it's a zazen. It's a zazen. What a zazen is, see, whatever just thinking of, so the thoughts come out in your mind. The kind of thinking of what it is, what do we have to do, what to do. So many thinking just come, so many thinking of thoughts just come out in your mind. See? just release the idea. So then what's going to happen? The more you just do, the more you just do, you just become assertive. See, eventually you just become one with everything. Become one with everything. This is a zazen. This doesn't. See, Master Dogen or Patrick, see, did. See, only this doesn't. You'll be able to just encounter to yourself, a true self, more essential self. This essential self is so huge. See, as I just mentioned about non-self. Non-self is the universe. You see, not non-self. Non-self is what kind of the self or ego. Non-self is the total universe itself. So that's the reason we have to do it. See, we attach the what you are thinking about self and ego too much. That's the reason we never just accept or recognize what Shakyamuni Buddha has to realize. What Shakyamuni Buddha realized. His realization is so huge. See, you know, what here is what his realization is something concerned with what we think about the self or ego. And that is totally useless. That is totally useless. But the same thing, what his realization is so huge. Nothing concerned with what we are thinking about the self or ego. You see, that's the reason we have to do. That's it. Gary-san, how do you do? See, 1 square meter space. See, 1 square meter space is totally enough for half. Then, you know much about it. If you have a kind of round question, if you don't, okay, just interrupt. Then simply set. See? What the zazen is, whatever the thinking also to come out in your mind. Simply release them as they are as it is. This is totally not. Everyone can do it. Everyone can do it. See? So for time being, we just try to do it. See? This is the most valuable things for us to do. Most valuable things for us to do. Okay. What was that? Oh, yes, no, okay. Oh, what did Dogen Zenji and other patriots do? No doubt. They learned this truth. Oh, excuse me. They learned the truth, not by concept. See? See? The more you do this, the more your zazen can teach you what the zazen means. You see? The more you do zazen, the more your zazen can teach you what zazen is. See, this is very important thing. Then you can just do other your zazen just teach you. So you never just you never go anywhere, but you just come or go straight up what is the Shakyamuni Buddha realized. No doubt at all. No doubt at all. Okay, this is known as Hishirya, or non-thinking. Without this, that then would be an empty shell, empty shell. You see, what's a non-thinking? What a non-thinking is? When I face this, I simply become as it is. This is non-thinking. So without thinking, nothing concerned with the thinking, I simply become as it is. See, why do we have to be? So without doing anything, simply when I face this, we just simply as it is. We are simply as it is. See? Why do we have to be? You see? Very wonderful, very strange. These things we have to really clarify. We have to clarify this reality. When I feel this, I simply become as it is. See? Why do we have to be? You see? This is such a wonderful subject, the aspect. But people never have any question with it. This is the most questionable question. So people never just have any question with it, unfortunately. But don't worry about that. The more you desire the things come out in your mind or what it is. See, then you'll be able to do that more and more. So at the beginning, at the first time, you do that. Then gradually, in a sense, gradually, you are the sitting just teaching you what you have to do. What you have to do, what to yourself need. Then you'll be able to do more. So at the beginning, at the first step, you decide it constantly and continue. It's bringing you certain other conditions. Okay. Genjo koan, the manifestation of ultimate reality. It's personally ascertain whether unavoidable present is what we think it is. Never is clear. Simply as it is. Simply as it is. Simply as it is. See? Yeah. So, as I always just mentioned, once you have a question with it, then you'll be just solved. Figure out what it is. See? But unfortunately, as far as people are concerned, never just have any question with it. But this is a key. This is a key to figure out who we are. This is a key. See? So never separate never put from this reality. See? That is why this is that. See? As I just mentioned, the more you do that, you just become. The more you just become as it is. Then eventually you never separate from whatever you do, or where you never separate. Never separate from the things that's going on like that. Then eventually become see, without doing anything, without awareness. totally, see, the things you face to and what you think about self totally disappear. This minor sense, this experience, once we have to be, we have to just realize. Otherwise, even just you just try to think about what it is, what the truth, what the reality, the more you do, the more you be confused. You're gonna be confused, totally useless. Only this way you'll be able to just totally figure out what the truth is. Okay. To manipulate others, that there is a desire on your part that the things should be the particular way. So as long as you have a kind of idea, so you always separate from through yourself, separate from us reality. That's the reason the Jinen Roshi teachers just forget about what's going on, others. See what's going on. See what the people think about the things. Just the people just care much about the others, but that is not others. That is exactly our reality. People just separate from because of this, the people just care much about things, so that there is a certain division between what you think about the self and the other. That is the delusion. This is the oneness is the reality. Oneness is the so what you think about others is our that is our true existence. It's very hard to understand even in a concept, but you do that. You'll be able to just figure out what's the misunderstandings we are doing in concept was in thinking. Okay. Our troubles are not something found outside of ourselves. They arise when we focus on what suits our own circumstances, whether good or bad. See, so what are the he just teaching us? Everything just come out as we just thinking about the trouble question or trouble question problem is just creation of a thinking. That is not true. That's the creation of a thinking. See, the things just what you think about the trouble question problem just happening only in your mind. Nothing concerned with what's going on here. Though. Nothing concerned with what's going on here. Those things just happen only in your mind. People never be able to understand this reality, this truth, even in a concept. Totally misunderstand. That's the reason. Never be deceived by thinking ourselves. You see, that is another truth. Okay. Then there is a way to verify the nature of our true self. Exactly this. What is it? You'll be able to encounter to yourself. Nothing else. What is that? Because Shakyamuni Buddha just did it. See, with Zazen. So, he simply did Zazen. See? Gary-san. Very simple. See, once here meets a space, totally enough. That's it. No, very fortunate. Very fortunate. See, such a once here meets a space. See, eventually become whole universe. Oh, this is incredible. See, it's become a whole universe. That's the reason. We want to just recommend you to do that. Okay. And then is a way to verify the nature of our true self. Anger, irritation, frustration, happiness, they are all the nature of our true self. You see? Just come up, you see? Anger, irritation, frustration, but happiness, just happen. Just come out. Come out in your mind. Just come out and it disappears. You see? It simply come out and it disappears. Why you have to care much about? Why do your mind and about the kind of what you could emotional mother? You don't need to care much about it. Just come out, come and disappear. And people don't know much about that. You see, what people are doing is the kind of irritation, kind of anger just come out. Then people just grip it, hold it, catch it, then try to figure out why the kind of anger or kind of the irritation just come out in your mind. The things, these things just happen only in your mind before you just recognize, the kind of anger or irritation that come out in your mind and it totally disappear. You just catch it, and try to figure out why kind of anger or kind of the irritation come out. You try to figure out. Totally useless. The reality is already gone away. You see, these kind of useless things are the people are doing. It's causes problem. It's causes question. It's causes the problem, question, trouble, suffering. You simply just release the kind of thinking also as the other things. Not that totally, no. Okay. We must seek truth other than these, but these are merely human thoughts. You see, it's a totally different what you think about the stuff. And people just people really want to just figure out what's the reason that the kind of anger or the kind of anger or the irritation come up. It's a totally useless thing. The reality of the anger or irritation already gone away. Nothing left at all. Nothing left at all. So we don't need to care much about it at all. We will be deceived by thinking or something. Simply just, please simply do it. Again, Gary-san. Are you sleeping? Oh, thank you. Okay, maybe this is the last time. Last Dharma talk. So we're going to have one 1 month absent. The Teshu-san, where you are? So Teshu-san have been just taking care of the coordinating this kind of thing. But he has to just do the monastery for 6 months. So maybe 6 months absent. The Rodo-san will be take over. He's a kind of a role. So maybe next month, schedule might be changed slightly, but definitely we can just meet each other. So for time being, so meanwhile, whenever you are free, just try to sit. See, this can help you a lot. This can help a lot. Hi, thank you so much. Gary-san, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jinen Roshi.
Okay.